We are joined by NYU head coach Andrew Brown and student athletes Haley Holz, Chloe Hum, Ella Weeder, and Lindsay Hirano. Coach Brown, an opening statement.
Yeah, obviously we wished for a different outcome today, but I couldn't be more proud of this team and their progression over the course of this season to, find our way back into a Final Four appearance, was something that we thought was nearly impossible after our first opening weekend. And just to see that grit and that determination to not settle and consistently get better and forge ahead as a team was something just, really exciting, and I'm very proud of to see develop over the course of the season. And, I feel like every setback this season, they just took it as an opportunity to charge forward and really establish who they are as people, who they are as teammates, and where this program has come and where this program now stands. Obviously, Juniata did a really good job at just being the aggressor in terms of both the serve and pass and also offensively. We had some really good moments. I think we just, the balls that could go 50-50 either way, I think just kind of consistently went more to their side, which is a really hard momentum to kind of break. But again, I think our team was constantly trying to find the adjustments to continue to push back against them, and to do it with this senior group and this amount of leadership on the team is something that's super special.
Was there anything that kind of surprised you about the game today?
No, I mean, we've never had faced Juniata in any of the teams that I've coached. I know their style of play. I've seen them play plenty of times. I think they were super consistent with what their go-to system is. I think it's really hard to take a team out of system that is really comfortable with a high offensive set, where they can kind of sit back and wait and then take strong approaches and make aggressive swings. Very different than the style that we typically see, which is a fast-paced tempo where hitters are more put into a box in terms of like what available swings they have. They were able to kind of create more shots with their higher tempo. But honestly, I really do think we handled the serve and pass game. I honestly really feel like that was a wash on both sides. They were only +1 in terms of aces to errors, and we were exactly even with 5 aces and 5 errors. And our block was there again. I think we just needed to continue to make stronger presses. But again, I think this team this season has just left everything out there on the court, and there's so much growth and opportunity that has happened from this team behind the scenes that, looking back is something that I'm always going to remember, because it made me a better person at the end of the day having this team, but especially these leaders.
Haley, you had a nice long career here at NYU. What kind of emotions are you going through at this time?
Mostly just proud. From where we started my freshman year to now, we've grown so much as a team and as a program as a whole. So we're just proud.
Mm-hmm. Chloe, what about you?
I would say I'm grateful. I think, yeah, it's hard to lose and it sucks losing, but when you put it in perspective, we did get 5 more games than most student athletes get, and we really, really pushed, and I think I'm just grateful for the fact that we got those 5 extra games and we got to be in the Final Four. So.
Okay. Ella, what about what's your emotions like? You coming in, obviously we're trying to win the championship, but how does it feel now that it's over?
Yeah, we were definitely very motivated to win the championship, but honestly, we couldn't have asked for a better season, a senior season. This was such a great way to go out, and I'm really proud of everyone who, how they played, and while it is very sad, I think it's, a really good way to close this chapter of my life, and I'm just really proud of everyone.
Mm-hmm. Lindsay, they're gonna leave you behind.
I know.
Okay.
What is this? I know.
So what was it like playing with them, and how you go forward?
Yeah. Okay, I think I'll talk into the mic. I got really lucky because it was COVID year before me, and so I kind of feel like Ella and Chloe, we were all in the same class together, and Haley has been here, a couple years before us, but I really just feel like I've spent all 3 years of my career here with them, and I feel really lucky because not only, they are my teammates, but they're also some of my really great friends, and I've been able to lean on them outside the court and both on the court as well. And it's really hard to now say goodbye, but it's a bittersweet moment. I'm really happy that we were able to extend our season and we were able to spend more time together, but I'm not too sad because I know I'm going to see them again and off the court and out of season.
And Coach, what do you tell the team after a game like this? Obviously you wanted to play one more day, but then the reality hits. So how do you talk to the team after the game?
Yeah, I mean, I just personally reminded them of all the amazing things that we've gotten to do this season. You know, I being at this moment where we've won 2 UAA championships in 3 years is something that we set as a really high goal, but they've put themselves in these positions to go out there and achieve those goals. So, it's about the history that they've created for this program and their years here. But for me, honestly, it's the team that I'm really so proud of. I think over my years as a coach, I've learned to understand how important culture is. It's not just the X's and O's. And I think this year was an opportunity for me to reflect internally about how that really does make everybody around you better. You know, mental health is something that we talk about on our team in terms of making sure that we're primed and ready physically, but also there's stressors, there's life that we have to deal with outside of volleyball. And, you have good days and bad days. And for me, like, this fall was definitely tough and super challenging personally. And it was the team that noticed those changes and were there to support me and to look out for me. And that's something that I will always cherish forever, because I know not everyone is as fortunate as me to have student athletes that care that much about not just each other, but the people that are out there facilitating for them as well. So that's what I reminded them of just how good of people they are, how much they've changed lives both on and off the court, and how they really can pull the best out of people even when they're not feeling like they're having their best day. So, volleyball is just a piece of it, but it's these friendships and these relationships that we're gonna be able to talk about and are gonna last forever.
Our next question is for the 3 seniors. When you look back at your time at NYU, what do you think you'll look back on with all the most fondness?
I just say all the people that I've met, like, through the team, like, from my freshman year till now. I've met so many great role models, great friends, great players, and I think just all of those relationships that I've built, I'll look back on. And, like, I'll still see them, so.
Yeah, I would say the same thing as Haley. I literally say this every single press conference, but it is so special being able to play with your best friends. That doesn't happen often, and I'm sure every single athlete knows that it's hard to really get a team where you're playing with your best friends and, like, you love your team and they're your family. And so I got super lucky with the fact that I did get that. And so looking back, I think I'm most proud about that, and I think that's what I'm going to remember. So.
Yeah, this has really just been such an incredible experience. Kind of repetitive of what Haley and Chloe said, but, like, I've definitely met my best friends on this team and who, I'm going to know for, like, the rest of my life. So it's really special that we could share this together, because I know that's, like, rare and rarer as you get older and get out of school. So I just really want to, take it for granted. It is definitely a very bittersweet moment.
Our next question is for Lindsay. It's pretty fresh right now, but what good things do you take away from this match and this tournament?
Yeah, I think kind of what Coach Brown touched on, our team was able to create history, not just this year, but also the past 3 years that we've been here. And I think we've really created so much of such a great base to move up and to continue to build on for next year. And I think playing such a great team like Juniata gives us exposure to the different level that we can still continue to elevate at. And I'm really excited for next year because we can just continue to go up from here.
Next question is for the seniors. What are your words of wisdom for players coming into this program?
Words of wisdom for this program, I feel just, like, work as hard as you can. It doesn't really matter where you start at or, like, what level you're coming in. I think if you just, like, really, like, apply yourself and, like, work as hard as possible, and you, like, really get to know everyone on the team and just, like, are, like, really motivated to win and do well, I think it'll be a great experience.
I would just say to have fun. 4 years goes by quick. It doesn't seem like it, but it really does. Like, I feel like I was a freshman, like, literally yesterday, but have so much fun, and to also just, like, lean on the people that you can lean on. We have each other's backs, and I think that something that I learned a little bit later on is that to, like, really reach out and just, like, lean on your teammates, because they are there for you. So yeah.
And then I'd probably say just to, like, live in the moment, whether that's on the volleyball court, in classes, doing other activities around school. Like there are so many like great things that you'll do in college. So just take it all in.
Awesome, and our last question is for Coach. We can look at all the wins and accomplishments of this program over the past couple of years, but for someone who has seen it up close, what sort of impact and legacy have these seniors left with this program?
Yeah, like we alluded to earlier, coming in during a COVID season and, having a very different perspective of what college was going to feel like, and then to work through it, they really maximized those 3 years that they got to play physically on the court. And I think that's something that we'll always look back on in terms of the adversity that this team has handled and the grace that they've handled it with. Is something that we can all aspire to be. And the cool thing about a school like NYU is that it's the land of opportunity. So they gain all of the tools of the sport when it comes to preparation of how to handle any type of challenge that they'll meet outside. And all of the things that they've done off the team have set them up to be super successful. So it's almost like a passing of the torch. We know that they're going to go out there and do absolutely amazing things because they've already shown that they can, and they're going to attract people that want those type of future employees to be working for them.
Thank you all for your time. Congratulations on a great season.
Thank you.
Thank you.